Hello, welcome to Become an Analytic Translator. I'm really happy you're here. I want to thank you for making this investment in your skills. We need you. Companies really need you. You're probably here because you know that analytic projects fail way too often, or you've seen how inefficient analytic work can be, or you're frustrated because you know that there's so much more potential from data than is being realized. You know it could be better, you're just not quite sure how. In this course, you'll learn to recognize what goes wrong in the analytic business environment and get very clear strategies on just how to fix it. After straddling that space between analytics and business for 35 years, I realized that what I did for a living wasn't being taught anywhere. There wasn't a term for what that connector role could be, for that person who could translate from one language to the other and facilitate better teamwork. So let me give you a little background. I got here by merging a couple different pathways. On the one hand, I am a total nerd, raised by a theoretical nuclear physicist and a microbiologist. So besides having no hope of any fashion sense and a strong preference for sensible shoes, that nerdiness came in handy. I got a PhD in research methods and applied statistics and set out to do my work. I also had the good fortune to be mentored in communication by a psychologist named Clydette de Groot. With her help, we co-authored a book on having effective conversations called Get to What Matters. Together, those two areas, analytics and communication, merged into the consulting work that I do. I actually had a hard time describing what I do for a living until I heard a podcast where they were talking about the need for individuals who could identify the right questions to ask to translate between business and analytics. And I realized, hey, that's what I do. For a while, I called it Nerd to Business Translator, and people actually could tell what that meant. In many ways, my clients don't actually realize what I do. They just know that projects go better when I do it. As you probably saw in the outline, this course covers a lot of territory. The goal is to equip you with the insights you need to understand what goes wrong in projects and tools you need to avoid those problems or at least reduce them. We'll cover these topics in small chunks. You can take your time absorbing them and trying out your new skills. I'll refer to specific communication tools that you can explore on our companion website, gettowhatmatters.com. Those tools are really valuable, trust me, and your practice will pay off. So you might be wondering, can I really do this? Seems like a lot. Well, the simple answer is yes. There's nothing very complicated. It's just different. I like to describe it like driving a car in a country like New Zealand where you drive on the other side of the road. It's not that you don't know how to drive, it just feels weird. Ultimately, the more you do it, the better you get. You might also be worried, well, what if I don't do it right or if I don't know how to do translation perfectly? Well, here's the thing. Any part of analytic translation that you do will be helpful. There's no perfect. Plus, for the most part, no one else even knows that you're doing it. They'll just notice that you're helping them. All I ask is that you come with a willingness to learn, to try new things, and practice. And if you do, you'll be successful. My goal is that by the end of this course, you'll know exactly what to do to keep things on track. You'll recognize what goes wrong in analytic projects and have the tools to dramatically improve the quality of projects you work on. You'll have gained the confidence to know when and how to ask important questions, and you'll have begun to incorporate key communication tools into your everyday work. Yes, you can become an analytic translator. So to get started, let's imagine you are working with a team of analysts and the marketing director stops by and says, John, the CEO, really wants to understand more about the users of Digitrack. So can you have the analytic team develop a profile of users? So when they say that, what do you do? How confident are you that you know what they need? If you had a chance to ask questions, what would they be? By the end of this course, you will know. In the next lesson, we'll begin with a typical example of how analytic projects go off track. I just wanted to describe to you the resources that are available to you to supplement this course. The book this course is based on, Become an Analytic Translator, It's available to you. Maybe you already purchased it as part of your course, or it's on Amazon in paperback or Kindle versions. The communication tools that we talk about come from an earlier book I co-wrote called Get to What Matters. This is also available on Amazon in paperback and on Kindle. These tools are also described and discussed by me and my co-author, Clydette DeGroat, in a free audio library at gettowhatmatters.com. Also, you can feel free to join us in the Analytic Translator community by visiting analytictranslator.com. Finally, we've included exercises and descriptions in your companion workbook that you can download as a PDF with this course. If you have any questions along the way, feel free to reach out to me through the Analytic Translator website. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you.